Welcome to the Lettings Advice Service. Let me just walk you around what you will get when you sign up to be a member. This advice service is holistic. We look at all of the problems, all of the solutions, and help you make an informed decision. There's no grey areas, and we're certainly not black and white when it comes to the legal requirements. We'll tell you what the law is, what the consequences are of not following the law, and look at any solutions that might be outside of the scope of legislation. No, I'm not talking about any solutions that are illegal, but we do think outside the box, and sometimes that's where the solutions are. But let me show you what you'll get. So, inside the library, you will have access to all of our documents, guides, templates, and videos. So, what can you get in the guides? Let me show you. So in the guides here at the top, you can see you can search for pretty much anything. Just a prompt word will be enough. And we've got guides, as you can see here, what happens when a landlord passes away, what happens when a tenant passes away, white goods, who is responsible, wear and tear, tenant's guide to drain maintenance. I know, random, but you'd be surprised how often that gets downloaded. Anti-climb and anti-vandal paint, what are your responsibilities? Service and support animals. So you can see we've looked at every possibility where there might be an issue and tried to build a guide to support you working through that. Even bed bugs, and I know bed bugs are quite a bugbear for most people. But as you can see, we have built quite a hefty library of documents to support you moving forward. Now, when it comes to templates, you'll have a look and see what type of templates we have. At the moment, we don't have a tenancy agreement on there simply because everyone's currently still using their old ASTs because come May, there'll be the new regime and new tenancies anyway. So we're going to wait until a little bit closer to the time before having a template for the new tenancy agreement. You'll have letters on there, template letters that will help you. What happens if the landlord is no longer using your service, letter to the tenant for that. Cookie policy, contractor code of conduct, annual rent adjustment notice, deed of surrender templates, deed of guarantee, holding deposit templates. We've also got templates in there for Wales because we do cover Wales and England equally. So there's a lot on there as well. And again, if there's anything that we don't have, let us know and we will make sure that we can write that for you. And then we also have our videos. So when it comes to the videos, I understand that people don't always learn the same way, and sometimes we don't all absorb the information in the same way. Again, on all of these, you've got a search engine, so you can literally just put in whatever word is relevant to what you're looking for. And all of these are videos. Now, these are exactly the same guides that we had in the other side, so under all the guides, but these have now been turned into videos that you can watch. So rather than have to read through a lot of stuff, you can actually have somebody talk to you and work through the guide with you. And then there's also training. This is coming in the new year, and on here will be access to training modules. There'll be things such as how to manage rent arrears, how to best assess and work with applicants and tenants who are in receipt of benefits. There'll also be videos on there which is called Ask the Expert. And here, this is where we've teamed up with a load of experts which we feel is best placed in the industry. So as you can see here, Landlord License and Defence, Tony Power. We've got my legal team, we've got Coho, we've got Resi Shaw, and we've got Girls in Property. All of the experts from these trusted partners are imparting their knowledge and wisdom into an hour-long video with me talking about a specific topic. Of course, landlord licensing and defence is about how councils are fining landlords and what you can do to, firstly, avoid the fines, but secondly, nip those fines in the bud early on. Tony Power is the contract king. So I talk to him about contracts, the importance of contracts, and making sure that they are up to date and watertight. My legal team are eviction specialists, so we talk about eviction, the process, and what is basically really going on out there at the moment. Coho is a software platform for HMO and co-living management. They have a wealth of information on how to manage HMOs, best match tenants that are going to live together and not fall out. ResiSure is a company that specializes in damp and mold. No, they don't create the damp and mold, they help to try and prevent it. So they have got a device which you can fit into a property. It's about the same size as a CO meter, so about the same size as your carbon monoxide detector. And it basically detects all of the moisture and humidity in the property and can help work out whether damp and mold is the property issue or whether it's a lifestyle issue. And then finally, Girls in Property is a networking event purely for girls in property. And I speak to Athena, who is the CEO of that. And we talk about the importance of networking and how to network well and why building those relationships are the way to growing your business. So, as you can see, we've got everything that you could possibly need on here. Why wouldn't you want to join us on a live chat? Your live chat again is available here. If you want expert advice, you can either have one time access for a set fee, so you don't have to subscribe. But if you want to subscribe and get full access to all of that library that I talked about, then you would do it there. Any questions, don't hesitate to come back to me. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you on the advice line soon.